Greetings everyone, it's Sunshine. Real quick, I wanted to share something with y'all because I've been getting multiple requests on this, and actually I'm going to be mentioning it in a video, I believe, for this week on Witches of the Moon. And what it is a very simple come to me oil. I strongly believe that all of you should know how to do your own come to me oil, and it can be changed up to an extent for what you're needing. In other words, this can be a love come to me oil, a money come to me oil, and I'll explain how that changes here in just a second. And this is a traditional, I want to say a traditional hoodoo blend. So I'm going to show you, basically, I create a larger batch than what most people would need because I filter this, and then for whatever we're needing it for, I help my clients or my friends or whoever. But I actually make a larger batch of this to begin with. And then I will adapt it to what we need further at that time. So let me explain to you how I normally make my come to me oil. It's very, very simple. All you need is a carrier oil. I particularly use grapeseed oil for this because grapes are known for their bounty and their wealth and wine, and so it just seems to make sense that a good carrier oil for a come to me anointing oil would be grapeseed oil. I also add the following ingredients into this. You're going to need clove. Now, you can get this in an oil, an essential oil as well. I prefer the raw state because my oils, since I mix them in larger batches, I like for them to stew, you know, the herbs to stew and to release their natural energies. I don't want something that's been squashed for the most part. Don't get me wrong, I do use essential oils for other things, but not for this particular. So you're going to need, clove or clove oil. You can use clove oil since you're making probably just for yourself in a smaller amount. You're also going to need patchouli oil or patchouli. Very, very small amount. This is a very potent herb, not only for its energy, but its smell. I mean, it's just, oh yeah, patchouli. Oh goodness. I mean, it'll grab you, you know? Let's see, what am I missing? Oh my gosh, I forgot my cinnamon chips. Hold on. These. Yeah, ooh, did you see how big that rear end was? Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, not hiding it today. You're also going to need, I don't recommend cinnamon powder. Cinnamon powder does not mix well in oil. So I prefer either cinnamon chips or a cinnamon stick. Now the problem with a cinnamon stick is you're going to have to break it up. You can't just use it the way it is. That's not really a problem, but you can use cinnamon sticks. You can also use cinnamon oil, but I have noticed in the past that cinnamon oil for some reason curdles with grapeseed oil. Maybe it was just me, maybe it was the cinnamon oil that I bought, and I usually don't do that very often anymore. So I usually prefer to use either cinnamon chips or cinnamon sticks. Okay, so you're going to mix all of that. You only need, I want to say, you're going to need a bottle. So I have a dropper bottle here. This bottle's pretty small. You can also use little tiny bottles like this if you prefer to carry this with you, because this is an oil that you're going to use on yourself or anoint a candle with. So it doesn't have to be a whole lot. So in a bottle about this big, I would say to about here with your carrier oil, maybe a little over halfway, and then you want to put 3 to 7 whole cloves in it, and your cinnamon sticks next. Now, mind you, this is going to be filling up. And then top off the remainder with the patchouli. You're not going to need a lot of patchouli. And then you're going to want to shake it really good. And when you're done, you're going to end up with a very thick, very cloudy oil. I don't know. See, you can see through the bottle, but you can barely see through the oil. You're going to end up with a very cloudy oil. So you do need a strainer. Okay, if you don't want to have the herbs coming out on you, then you need a strainer. Now, I wouldn't recommend putting your oil necessarily in your small vial that you plan on carrying with you. Here's why. This is a basic come to me oil. When you want to be specific as to what you want to come to you, you need to tell that oil. You need to tell the elements of the energies of these herbs and what you have done, what it is that you want to come to you. So I usually take a strainer, strain out a small amount of this, and then I will add additional items to it when it comes to being either in the jar or in the little vial. The things that I will also add, for instance, if this were a love, come to me love, I want to find love, or I want to find somebody that I connect with, I would add amorous oil. I would add a little bit of rose petal. If it were come to me money, I would definitely use a fed, you have to keep them fed, a fed lodestone, because if it's not fed, then it's not really going to do anything for you. And you can find small pieces of lodestone in different stores and online. That would go in. That would specifically go in here. And then you would take it and you would shake it up, and you take a little tiny bit and dab. For money, you want to dab around your hands. For love, you want to do behind your ears or at the nape of your neck. So, I've lost the cap. Oh, it's in my hand. So that's a very, very simple come to me oil that can be adapted if you want to do it in a larger quantity like I do, or if you want to be very specific as to what you are creating this come to me oil for. I think that's about it. If you have any questions, be sure and leave the comments down below, or find me on Facebook, because for some reason I don't get notification of my comments until sometimes, gosh, I got notification of a comment the other day that was 6 months old. Isn't that terrible? 6 months. So maybe you might want to look me up on Facebook. If you have any questions, and be specific that it's about the come to me oil, okay? So yeah, I guess that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I guess I'll be talking to y'all soon. Mwah! Love you, Huggles. Bye bye.